Have you ever heard an angel speak? I have, and it was terrifying. Matthew 2:13, and after the Magi had departed, an angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream, saying, "Get up, take the child and his mother by night and flee into Egypt, for Herod is going to search for the child to destroy him." Now this is the third time in the Gospel of Matthew that an angel appears to Joseph in a dream. And 2 of the 3 times, it's to warn him of impending danger. The first time we see this is in chapter 1, verse 20. An angel of the Lord appears to Joseph in a dream and says to him, "Joseph, son of David, do not be afraid to take Mary your wife, for she is conceived by the Holy Spirit. And you shall call his name Jesus, for he will save his people from their sins." So the first announcement is Jesus' birth and his future ministry, that he will save his people from their sins. Then, of course, we come to chapter 2, where we just read in verses 13 and 14 that angel again appears to Joseph, but this time it's to warn him. Herod is going to search for the child to destroy him. Now therefore, get up, take the child and his mother by night, and flee into Egypt, and there they shall be until I tell you. Then you can return, for Herod is dead and his wicked men. Joseph didn't know when Herod would send his men, or how close they might be at that very moment, but he didn't hesitate. He got up that same night and took Mary and Jesus and fled into Egypt. Friends, I want us to notice 2 things from this text. Number 1, God used an angel to warn Joseph, but also to protect the Messiah. Notice the angel doesn't appear to Herod, or to the wise men, or to anybody else. God specifically chose to use an angel to warn Joseph, so that Joseph could protect Jesus. Why? Because God loved Joseph. Joseph was a righteous man who was prepared for this moment. Do you remember earlier in Matthew's Gospel when Jesus was born and the angel appeared to the shepherds? The first people the angel appeared to were not the religious leaders, the Pharisees or Sadducees, but lowly shepherds. And then later, when Jesus is in the wilderness being tempted by the devil, the only time that Jesus speaks in the entire chapter, he quotes the words of the Old Testament. And what is that Old Testament passage? Deuteronomy 6, where it talks about how fathers are to teach the law of God to their children. Jesus is quoting that passage. Why? Because the Father wants to make sure that his Son, Jesus, knows that he is loved. You see, God chose Joseph to be the earthly father of Jesus, and he wanted to make sure that Jesus knew that he was loved by his earthly father, and so God protected him. No, 2 friends. I want us to notice that Joseph didn't hesitate when the angel gave him his instructions. Look at verse 14. When he awoke, he got up. There was no grumbling. There was no complaining. There was no arguing with the angel. He simply got up and did what the angel said. Friends, when God gives you clear instructions, we don't argue. We don't complain. We simply obey. Till next time, thanks for watching.